It's July 29th, 2025, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and OMG, it is hot outside. Had to roll up my sleeves after putting on a long-sleeve shirt to tape this. Much of the country is gripped by an oppressive heat wave, causing palpitations, dehydration, and irritation. I'm taping NewsBrake. Leave it by the door. Why can't they just read the delivery instructions? Now I'm like a politician holding my clip-on mic for some reason. There's a clip on this, so you can clip it to your shirt and not have to hold it. You can do things with your hands while you're talking. President Trump signed an executive order last week making it easier for states to destroy homeless camps. Even more disturbing, Trump thinks that homeless camp is where homeless people send their kids for the summer. Joe Biden is being paid a $10 million advance for his forthcoming memoir. It has yet to be announced which of Biden's staffers and aides who actually ran the country during his 4 years as president will be writing the book. Or maybe the auto pen will write it. Convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell had limited immunity as she spoke with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche about all things Jeffrey Epstein at the Florida Correctional Facility in Tallahassee on Thursday and part of Friday. When asked if he would pardon Maxwell's 20-year prison sentence, President Trump said he's not considering it, but he is allowed to. Trump went on to say he's also allowed to eat in the White House living room now, as long as he keeps his glass of Diet Coke in the kitchen until he can learn not to spill. President Trump said he stopped being friends with Jeffrey Epstein because, as the president put it, he stole people that worked for me. And they say there's no honor amongst sex traffickers. Disgraced former New York Congressman George Santos reported to prison this past Friday to begin his 7-year sentence for numerous charges, including wire fraud, money laundering, and identity theft. Santos was issued the requisite orange jumpsuit and, for Santos, a matching orange sweater. Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell announced she will resign in August as a result of her being found guilty of 2 criminal burglary convictions. Her replacement is a woman with only misdemeanor shoplifting charges, so everything's gonna be fine. In Kansas, State Senator Ethan Corson, who has no burglary charges, at least none that we're aware of, announced he will be running for governor. The 43-year-old Democrat says he's running on kitchen table issues. Chief among them, fixing the wobble. Kansans are weary of the wobble. Vote Corson and throttle the wobble. It's throttling. It's not anything else that's weird that I'm doing with my hands. 8 people at a church in Boston were rushed to the hospital after having seizures. Church members believe that either God's presence had taken over them or, more likely, the body of Christ was laced with fentanyl. The Atlanta Police Department reports homicides in the city are down 32% from 2024. But the year ain't over yet. Work is underway this week in Weston, West Virginia. It seems redundant. To upgrade the Lewis County Park. According to officials, they are looking to add a pickleball court, a putt-putt course, and, at long last, they will remove the outdated signs above the drinking fountains. Coca-Cola will release a new version of Coke made with cane sugar after President Donald Trump urged the company to do so. Coke also plans to meet the president's demands for a new version of Coke made with the original cocaine formula. American Eagle is dealing with backlash from people who believe the retailer's Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans campaign promotes racial undertones. However, nobody seems to have a problem with the National Audubon Society's Check Out Sydney Sweeney's Boobies campaign. I certainly don't. I'm throttling down here. While singing live on the Today Show Wednesday, Jessica Simpson reportedly peed herself. Just confirming what we've all known for years, Jessica Simpson is a piss-poor performer. Speaking of performances, that's a terrible segue. We've got live performances coming up starting in a few weeks. Offsprung! ! 1. A sibling sketch comedy show performed by two siblings who are siblings opens August 15th. And The Great Funny Bone Follies opens September 12th. Both shows will be at Limelight Theater here in Atlanta, as will our shows in October and November. That's a lot of shows. Get your tickets for all of them at sketchworkscomedy.com. Now, if you can't see our live shows, you can help us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, and you, yes you, can help us get there. Throttling my rolled up sleeves. That has been this week's gratuitous. Costco customers are reporting that their milk expires a few weeks later than expected, or about the same amount of time it takes to get through the checkout line. Electric automaker Tesla plans to unveil a so-called Friends and Family robo-taxi service in California. If your taxi breaks down, your friends and family will carry you to your destination. Let's see what's going on up there in the sky. Passengers aboard an American Airlines flight had to evacuate the plane in Denver after smoke filled the cabin. The airline neglected to tell them they were aboard a new American Airlines retro flight, where smoking is allowed and encouraged. A couple was arrested on an airplane after the female passenger was caught performing oral sex, because the airlines have strict rules on that in case someone has a nut allergy. In Rhode Island, Providence Mayor Brett Smiley is looking to crack down on the city's noise problem. As a result, he is looking for a contractor to install what he is calling noise cameras around Providence. You know, like the ones used to shoot talking pictures what are being shown at the fancy air-conditioned Nickelodeon down on the boardwalk. 23 Skidoo! U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans to fire every member of a government preventative services task force that gives recommendations about things like cancer screenings. It turns out that cancer prevention is just too woke. A report in the July issue of American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, not to be confused with the American Journal of Nourished Clinicians, finds that eggs do not hike bad cholesterol. In fact, the word bad is triggering to cholesterol. They prefer counter cholesterol. And finally this week, a World War II veteran who just celebrated his 102nd birthday said that next year will be even better because he will have his first bar mitzvah, where he will finally ask his crush to make out, what the menu says, because he has cataracts. Oh, what a lovely story. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. I'm going to finally ask her to make out because I have cataracts. I'm throttling.